Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Tay TV, and my video I'm going to be reacting to 31 of the cringiest moments from the Bachelor franchise. Let's get into this video.
Watch it cause it's something to do on a Monday night. The Bachelor franchise has undoubtedly made you cringe at some point or another. So here are 31 of the cringiest moments from the Bachelor franchise that will make you wince with secondhand embarrassment or awkwardness, as if you were watching the Scott's Tots episode of The Office.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true.
Now, to start this off, rose ceremonies can be one of the most tense parts of The Bachelor for any contestant, as you stand awkwardly waiting to hear if you're about to be rejected on national TV or not. But one way to make it even more awkward is to hear the wrong name, walk forward, and nearly fall on your butt.
Julia. Sorry.
Jillian here is then left to laugh it off and try to fix the carpet as the other women awkwardly watch on. But at least for Jillian, she got a rose that night. Cause if you think that was bad, check out Kylie from night 1 of Juan Pablo's season.
Cat.
Oh, I thought you said Kylie. I'm sorry. Can you take both of us?
Juan Pablo sends her home that night. But it isn't always the contestant's fault at the rose ceremony, as seen here when Jesse Palmer calls out the wrong woman's name and realizes it a little too late.
Katie.
Man. Most definitely, yes.
Chris, I need to talk to you real quick. I forgot her name. That wasn't the girl I wanted to give it to. It's the Karen. I said Katie.
Things are then made even more awkward when Jesse returns to let the ladies know about his mistake and offers Katie a pity rose.
Katie, I accidentally called out the wrong name, but I would like to extend to you the option of staying.
I'll stay and see how things go. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Why not?
But hey, at least he wasn't rejected while giving out the rose. A rose that no one, and I mean no one, wanted at all. That honor goes to Luke S. from Bachelor in Paradise, who'd really like to spend the rest of his time in paradise getting to know Bree, a feeling that's not quite mutual.
Accept this rose.
I can't say yes to that. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Absolutely. Okay, don't worry.
Is there anyone else who would like Luke's rose tonight? Anyone?
All right. Unfortunately, if you're not in a relationship,
Absolutely, Chris. Don't worry about it.
say goodbyes.
Oof. Now, keeping the cringe fest in paradise, sometimes it's common on the show for contestants to serenade those that they're in a couple with. But usually that's done by someone who actually has a background in music. When it's not, it can be rather hard to watch, like here with Nicole, whose song for Clay is only made worse by Clay's awkward reaction to each verse.
I wrote you a special song.
Oh my gosh, babe.
You're a touchdown, baby. I want to be a lady. Cheering from the sidelines. You take away my frown line.
Speaking of awkward musical moments in Bachelor franchise history, none quite tops when Casey serenaded Bachelorette Allie with an impromptu improvised song after their romantic helicopter ride.
When I was flying in the helicopter over this amazing city, I looked to my left and never saw something so pretty.
And Casey as a contestant is quite a bundle of cringe throughout his season, as not long into the show, he goes out and gets a tattoo for Allie, and then he does a lot more serenading.
On the beach in California, you made me start to believe, and I knew right then first moment that you and I would last, I'll forever be yours. Just kind of came to me.
But hey, at least he's not as cringy as when they rapped with Soulja Boy on Desiree's season of The Bachelorette.
I'm here for love, not here for the drama.
Yo.
If you mess with me, you're going home to your mama.
Yo.
I need a real man. I'm done with your players. Mr. Right, stand up. Mr. Wrong, see you later.
Right reason,
big oof. Alright, next I want to cover one of the cringiest moments in franchise history from my memory. Something that left me cringing and yelling at my screen when I watched it live.
When you put your heart and soul into creating something, you want it to make an impact, to adore, to
Bachelor Ari's breakup with Becca. Now if you don't know, during Ari's season of The Bachelor, he picked Becca here and proposed to her at the final rose ceremony. However, not long after, he decided he'd rather be with his runner-up Lauren. And what follows is one of the cringiest, most awkward breakups the show has ever seen. Because once Ari does the deed, he just stays and follows her around for what feels like forever.
Hey, are you okay?
Leave. What are you still doing here?
And then, every time it looks like he's finally heading out the door, he comes right back. From start to finish, this is a 30-minute straight segment that had to go into commercial break partway through, leaving fans yelling, "Read the room, Ari, read the room." But Bachelor breakups are a natural and very common part of the franchise. None perhaps more notable than Jake and Vienna's.
You don't know me and I wouldn't have done it, and if
I don't know you, then
Please stop interrupting me. The thing is, when I got down on one knee again, I got interrupted. Lord.
Maybe that one's not so much cringy as it is just hard to watch. But if you want awkwardness in a breakup, it's hard to top Jasmine here, who started to see the writing on the wall that Bachelor Nick was just not that into her.
It makes me so upset and frustrated. I'm like so mad at him because I like him so much, but I want to like choke him right now.
Which leads to one of the more uncomfortable confrontations from the show as Jasmine shares her choking desire with Nick.
Choke you so bad. I put you in the put you in the choke you go like this. Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
No, not even all.
Get on top of you, like straddle you, like choke. You never got a choke before? No girls ever did that to you?
No.
Okay, great. You want me to do it right now?
No.
But of course, if I'm going to mention a Bachelor breakup that is chock full of cringe, I'd be remiss not to mention the ending of Peter Weber's season, which is some top-level cringe because of one woman in particular. No, it's not his final pick and ex-fiancée Hannah Ann. No, it's not his runner-up Madison. I'm talking about his mother Barb. And this mommy-son relationship is the motherlode of Bachelor cringe, spanning 2 seasons. Really starting with when the proud mama cheered upon hearing about her son's windmill-powered sexcapade.
I did say there was something that Peter and I did twice. It was actually 4 times.
Okay, I just lost. I've gathered all these clips, watched them multiple times, and that one just made me cringe all over again. But once Peter was announced as the Bachelor, Barb's cringiness really took center stage. And when things got down to the wire with Peter's final 2 picks, Barb made it clear that only one woman would do.
Ann loves you with all of her heart. Don't let her go. Don't let her go. Bring her home to us.
But Barb's over-the-top emotional outbursts don't end here, as Peter arrives to tell his mom and dad who he proposed to in the end, and if it was mom's pick. And just look at them. It looks like they're waiting to hear if Peter's dying or something.
And I asked Hannah Ann to marry me.
I lost again. Oh boy. But wait, there's more. As when Peter eventually breaks off his engagement with Hannah Ann and decides to get back together with Barb's arch-nemesis Madison, Barb is none too pleased. She rolls her eyes as the footage is played back, and even claps when Hannah Ann shoves back her engagement ring. And for the cherry on top, Barb even dumps all over her son's new relationship.
Chris, he's gonna have to fail to succeed. That's it. All his friends, all his family, everyone that knows him knows that it's not, it's not gonna work.
And while Barb was right, and there's a ton of behind-the-scenes producer meddling that Barb is actually referencing here, which adds a lot of new context to the breakup, This is still something that was taped to be put on national TV, and it would have been a lot less cringy if she kept to the quiet scowling instead of seemingly slamming her own son for not picking the girl she wanted. Now, speaking of temper tantrums from Peter's season, next up in the cringe catalog is none other than Victoria F., who literally threw a childlike tantrum upon seeing she might go skydiving.
What are we doing? Are we skydiving? Are we skydiving? I can't! I'm not kidding!
And Victoria had tons of controversy surrounding her all season, including having to dance while an ex of hers was the musical entertainment for her one-on-one. But after a season of awkwardly not being able to communicate her feelings and walking away crying on every date she had, it all truly culminated in one of the most dramatic hometown dates ever, where an ex of Peter's shows up to send him a warning about Victoria as a homewrecker that leads to a truly awkward argument right in front of Victoria's family home.
I'm just asking for the truth.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore, Peter, because...
So you just have given up on this?
You literally just came in here to act like that? Are you kidding me?
Excuse me? I literally
Excuse you, what?
Next on the cringe list is yet another awkward hometown date experience.
Hey, you ever seen a wealthy person or a wealthy family or a jet owner? Like, I got a jet, I'm sorry, you know? You ever done that, seen that, and wondered?
And for this one, we're going to have to go all the way back to Jason Mesnick's season from 2009, where, on his hometown date with Naomi, Naomi's mom decides to hold a funeral for a bird she ran over.
I want to thank Rosie for sacrificing herself for this moment of celebration of life.
Yeah. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye, Rosie.
Goodbye, Dad.
Maybe not the best time, Mom. But let's now move back to the more recent seasons, and I'm not just talking about Matt James's affinity for kissing with his eyes open. Okay, that was a little cringe. I want to bring it back to just before that, to Claire and Tayshia's season, which had a few cringeworthy moments, like Chase and Ed's chicken legs versus schmedium shirt argument.
You have chicken legs, you lost the competition.
Dude, chicken legs, that's fine, man. Well, take your medium shirt and sit down.
My medium shirt, it's actually large.
Not so much cringy for what went down, but more so because of how brutally affected their egos were over such lame burns. But the ultimate cringe comes from the lightning-fast relationship between Bachelorette Claire and her eventual pick, Dale. A relationship that involved pants sniffing for some reason.
Dale's pants.
I mean, they smell like it.
Oh my God. What does that even mean? I don't know man sizes. All night, I was like this. I was sleeping and I was like...
But really hit the awkward heights when the two sat down for a post-engagement update and the topic of babies comes up.
What is next for you guys? Moving in together?
Babies?
Really? Like...
Yeah, you just skipped right over that.
And this really hits new context when you think about how quickly the relationship imploded after that. Although they are now back together, I think. Now, before we finish off this cringe compilation, I'd like to throw in some honorable mentions. Stuff that, while funny or awkward or weird, might not be cringe depending on how you view it. First up, there's Everything Chad.
Let's just pretend you're Hitler if I'm friends with you.
Let's not pretend I'm Hitler.
Apart from Chad's constant eating, including just a straight-up raw sweet potato, Chad's brochacho big alpha man attitude was pretty cringe. Most cringe of all, this edit he got after being eliminated. And I don't know what's more cringe, Chad trying to return like he's from The Shining, or this weird whistle edit the Bachelor people threw on top of it. Chad then got really drunk in Paradise and told off Chris Harrison.
You, Chris Harrison, come at me.
Before eventually starting a pornographic OnlyFans account, the true cringe of it all. Next on the honorable mention list are two ladies from Chris Soule's season, first being Ashley S.
That to me is an onion. Take a freaking look at the onion. Look at this onion.
And Ashley S. gets a little extra on a paintball group date.
I feel like I'm in the Mesa Verde. The Mesa Verde.
And then there's Kelsey, who has a really amazing story to tell.
I was married to, his name was Sanderson Poe. He was amazing. And unfortunately, he died.
Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's tragic. But it's Kelsey's private interview that really turns things weird.
Isn't my story amazing? It's tragic, but it's amazing.
But the real cringe is in how obviously edited this section was, as Kelsey was meant to be portrayed as a villain for the season.
Most people have no clue. The best way to increase your income is not with stocks or real estate. There's a little known trend attracting millions of people right now called audible uploads that can generate ongoing income.
Continuing on, we also have Tiara's stair-falling injury that led to some alone time and quick healing with Sean Lowe.
Kind of worked out in benefit of me.
Not to mention her eyebrows.
Straight stairs, raised eyebrow. I can't control my eyebrow. I cannot control my eyebrow. I can't control what's on my face.
Kelsey Weir's champagne gate that really blew up in her face.
Oh! Are you okay?
What?
What the hell? Are you okay? I'm so...
Well...
Oh no.
DeMario being confronted by his girlfriend who swears on her kittens' lives that he's been lying to Rachel.
On my father's grave, never, ever. On my both of my kittens sleeping in my house right now, on my brother, my dad, my father's grave.
Lexi,
Last time he was in my house, he was me.
And of course I gotta mention Waboom Guy. But for the final two cringe moments from this franchise, I want to talk about two moments that really had producer force written all over them. The first being the hottest kiss in the world with Evan and Carly. Now, Evan and Carly's relationship started out real cringy in Bachelor in Paradise Season 3, but actually ended up kinda cute. At the start, Evan was really invested in Carly, but the feelings weren't so mutual. So the Bachelor people then decided to send them out on a date to break a world record for the longest, hottest kiss, where Evan and Carly had to eat a habanero pepper and then hold a kiss without breaking it for more than 90 seconds, which results in one of the most awkward, sweaty, and uncomfortable kisses ever seen. Ugh, gross.
Just to set the record straight, I threw up not just from the pepper. From the kiss.
They then go on to get married and have children. And then a divorce. And for our last cringeful Bachelor franchise moment, from Ben Higgins' season, it's Olivia. Olivia's Vegas cake dance was truly a cringeworthy thing to watch. And in today's context, it's even cringier, but not for Olivia, as we now know that this moment, along with a whole lot of Olivia's portrayal as a villain, allegedly happened due to producer influence and coercion, truly making production the cringiest part of this show. So that's it for this Cringefest Bachelor franchise video. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least cringed trying. And if you did, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more. I know there are tons of cringy moments from the Bachelor franchise,